Alright, today we're diving into Leo DiCaprio's secret stash, the movies everyone sleeps on but shouldn't. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that aren't Titanic, aren't Inception, but are still absolute bangers. We're talking hidden gems, underrated masterpieces, the films that deserve way more love. And hey, all the streaming info? Check that pinned comment down below. I got you covered. So, this is Filmflix, and let's get into it. Number 10, and this needs more recognition. We're in Sierra Leone during Civil War, and it's devastating. Leo plays a smuggler, there's a fisherman searching for his family, and a journalist exposing the blood diamond trade. The movie doesn't shy away. Child soldiers, brutal violence, villages destroyed, all fueled by diamonds. But there's this thread of redemption, genuine human connection forming. Leo is morally complicated, shaped by violence, but capable of change. Oscar-nominated performance for good reason. Djimon Hounsou is incredible as the father sacrificing everything for his son. The film makes you think about where diamonds come from, what they cost in human lives. It's an adventure thriller with real stakes and genuine emotion. Outstanding performances, political relevance that still resonates. Should have been talked about way more. This is Blood Diamond and it's essential viewing. Victorian New York was brutal. Gang warfare, corrupt politics, immigrant struggles, and wince-inducing violence. Leo plays Amsterdam, returning to avenge his father's murder by Bill the Butcher, and Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill is terrifying. Charismatic, philosophical, utterly ruthless. It's this powder keg of tension as Amsterdam infiltrates Bill's gang. But it's also about America itself. Democracy that's really corruption, the clash between old and new, the blood that built this country. Scorsese fills every frame with chaos, fire brigades fighting, draft riots, historical figures moving through. It's ambitious, maybe too ambitious, messier and darker than Scorsese's other gangster films. These characters aren't motivated by money, it's pure hatred and survival. The production design is insane. Not perfect, but a hell of an experience. This is Gangs of New York, and it's a masterpiece. Howard Hughes, aviation pioneer, movie mogul, genius, tragic recluse. This biopic covers his glory years, designing aircraft, directing films, dating Hollywood stars, but never lets you forget darkness is coming. Leo captures Hughes' manic energy perfectly, that obsessive drive that made him brilliant but also destroyed him. You're watching him achieve the impossible while seeing his OCD and paranoia slowly take over. What makes this hit different is mental illness isn't a plot twist, it's woven throughout, showing how genius and demons were inseparable. The flying sequences are spectacular. Scorsese directs with such empathy. By the end, when Hughes is locked away repeating phrases, it's genuinely heartbreaking. Success and tragedy all tangle together. This is The Aviator, and it's criminally underrated. Buckle up for a mindbender. Gothic prison on a creepy island, missing patient, mysterious doctors, and Leo as a US Marshal investigating. From frame 1, this movie is dripping with dread. As the investigation continues, reality starts slipping. Flashbacks to World War II trauma, a hurricane trapping everyone, secrets everywhere. The whole thing plays like a nightmare where you know something's wrong but can't pinpoint it. The ending is absolutely going to mess with your head. People still debate what actually happened. Is our protagonist reliable? The atmosphere is suffocating in the best way, and the slow unraveling of certainty is masterfully done. Classic Hitchcock vibes, psychological tension, nothing is what it seems. You'll want to immediately rewatch it. This is Shutter Island, and it's a masterpiece. Beach paradise or psychological horror? Both. Leo's an American backpacker who discovers this secret island commune. Sounds dreamy, right? But it slowly reveals itself as this weird cult-like situation where paradise has rules. There's armed drug dealers, a shark attack, people getting exiled when inconvenient. It's Lord of the Flies meets Blue Lagoon meets a bad trip. The movie throws everything at the wall. Romance, survival, video game fantasy sequences, existential crisis. Danny Boyle's experimenting, but not everything lands. The core idea, that paradise is impossible because humans are flawed, is interesting but gets lost in tonal whiplash. It's a mess, but it's a memorable mess. This one's The Beach. Yo, real quick, if you're vibing with this list, smash that subscribe button and hit like. Helps us keep bringing you these deep cuts. Now back to it. Spy thriller, but not glamorous Bond. This is gritty, morally complicated, wait, are we the bad guys territory. Leo's creating a fake terrorist organization to catch a real one, which is bonkers. But the real story is watching him realize how disposable everyone is. His handler Russell Crowe is sitting comfortable in America eating snacks while directing Leo through life or death situations via satellite. Ridley Scott directs, so visually it's gorgeous, but some plot points require massive suspension of disbelief. Our guy gets tortured and is somehow fine 3 scenes later? The performances save it though, and the moral questions about intelligence work stick with you. Way more thoughtful than your average action flick. This is Body of Lies. Suburban nightmare fuel incoming. Frank and April Wheeler are drowning in their 1950s white picket fence existence. They had dreams, real ones. April suggests escaping to Paris, and for a hot minute you believe it could work. Then reality crashes in. Promotion, raise, pregnancy, and those dreams are dead. What makes this brutal is watching them destroy each other while maintaining that perfect suburban facade. There's this crazy guy who shows up and just destroys their illusions with pure honesty. The movie doesn't offer comfort. It's bleak, raw, a mirror held up to the compromises we make. Leo and Kate Winslet reunite post-Titanic, and it's the opposite of romantic. It's watching two people suffocate in real time. Absolutely gutting. That's Revolutionary Road. Swashbuckling adventure time. Take Dumas, add swords, throw in the Three Musketeers coming out of retirement, you think slam dunk, right? Leo's playing twin roles, evil king and imprisoned brother, and that's fun. The Musketeers are trying to swap them, save France, classic adventure beats. But the setup drags forever, random side plots go nowhere, and the actual plan feels half-baked. Sword fights are cool, costumes gorgeous, everyone's yelling all for one, but the script needed 3 more drafts. Gabriel Byrne is charismatic as hell though. If they tightened the focus and committed to either political intrigue or action, this could have been legendary. As it stands, fun background movie you'll forget by next week. This one's The Man in the Iron Mask. This one tried so hard to be edgy but ended up being 5 different movies duct taped together. Jim Carroll's real descent into heroin addiction should be this raw, poetic nightmare. And there are moments where you feel that darkness, but it relies on every drug movie cliche, dying friend, random salvation from a wise ex-junkie, and scenes that feel like PSAs. Leo's given it his all, absolutely throwing himself into this role, but the casting feels slightly off. The script can't decide if it wants to be a sports movie, crime thriller, or cautionary tale, so it becomes this weird Frankenstein's monster. Still worth watching for the performances and dark atmosphere, but man, it could have been so much more. That's The Basketball Diaries. Picture this, 2 sisters, total opposites. One stayed home caring for their dying dad for years. The other ran off to Ohio with a son who literally burned their house down. When cancer forces them back together for a bone marrow situation, it gets heavy. But it's not manipulative heavy. It's uncomfortable family reunion heavy, where everyone's trauma is just sitting there, passing the potatoes. Young Leo shows up as a troubled kid bringing chaotic energy. The movie doesn't give easy answers about who's right or wrong, who sacrificed too much. It just sits with you, makes you think about family and what we owe each other. It's messy, it's real, and way better than people give it credit for. This is Marvin's Room. And there you have it, 10 Leo movies that deserve more love. Drop a comment telling me which one you're watching first. Check that pinned comment for streaming, subscribe for more deep dives, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep watching, keep discovering, there's always another hidden gem waiting. Peace.